Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here with a walkthrough of how to complete the 4th Survivor Extra mode in order to unlock the hardest achievement or trophy in all of Resident Evil 2, and that is called Grim Reaper. You unlock this mode by completing both of the scenarios in the main story. You'll be able to access it from the main menu, and this does involve a decent amount of skill, a lot of strategy, and also a little bit of luck, as the zombies never behave the same way. Now, as soon as we spawn, let's go to our crafting menu and just make our shotgun shell so we don't have to worry about it later. And now we can walk forward. The vast majority of this strat relies on the fact that you're going to be dodging opponents, so most of these enemies we're going to ignore. Sometimes, like here, we will get snatched. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. In this case, it didn't really make much of a difference. Now, this enemy in front of us can also be avoided. However, if you do get stuck by him, you will just use a knife. At that point, feel free to use a shotgun, blow his head off, and then bring your knife back. Make sure you always get your knife back if you do end up ever using it. Sometimes I like to try to avoid that enemy just to save the extra shotgun shell, as ammo can get really tight at the end. Now, as I was saying, a lot of this is about avoidance, so using the strategies that I use, you should be able to avoid the majority of the enemies, and I'm only going to be killing the ones that absolutely get in the way. Now, after you follow this path, go upstairs into this room and hang as tightly right as you can in order to completely avoid the dogs in this room, and then jump down. You should be able to get through that room without taking damage and without having to use any ammo. Go down and then go through the left door, shoot the zombie in front of you in the kneecaps, and then you should be able to dodge the dog and hopefully run across and make it across, going to the right hand side door at the end of this little bridge. You might get hit by a dog, but as long as you don't get stuck in this area, you're good to go. That's going to be kind of the trickiest and most luck-based area. If you get caught there, the run can be basically over. Just restart it. Once you reach the bottom of these stairs, go a really wide left-hand turn and then stick to the right-hand side wall. Go through the T-bar door and stick to the right, going around these zombies. You sometimes get caught on some of them, but as long as you keep sprinting forward, you should be able to just completely avoid all of them and not have to use a flash or a grenade. Now, once you come up these stairs, make sure you equip your frag grenade, as we will be getting attacked on purpose. We do get attacked on purpose a couple of times during this playthrough. This is going to be the first time that happens, and we want to make sure that we counter our opponent with the frag grenade. There's going to be two big sewage blobs in front of us. What we want to do is hang as tightly to the right as possible to make sure we get attacked by the one on the right hand side. As soon as we get attacked, make sure you counter with the frag grenade. As soon as you gain control of your character, try to, regain your ground. Sometimes you get turned around a little bit, and then just continue running forward past the blobs. That's how you get through that area with only one grenade. You can actually throw the grenade to do it more quickly, but I found that it is more reliable to get snatched on purpose. Ignore this enemy and then go up the stairs, and then there will be one enemy around this corner, which I do like to shoot. Usually I try to aim for the head in order to explode it, but sometimes it's just to do a quick stun. Go through the treatment facility and into the elevator in order to head your way upstairs. Now, once the elevator reaches the top floor, you'll go up the stairs and then into a room. If you sprint straight through the middle, diagonally across, you will make it. However, it is kind of hard because your flashlight doesn't turn on for a while. So I made a little bit of a mistake here. It's okay because I knew I was having a good run. All I ended up doing was, once I got snatched, I made sure to equip my flash grenade just in case I got snatched again. And then I also used one of my potions with the blue herb in order to guard myself, because I knew there was a good chance I'd get snatched again. But luckily, I was able to make it out of the room and then go up the stairs and down here. Now, in front of us will be a licker. Feel free to use your pistol if you want. However, the strategy I prefer to use is I run along the right-hand side, and right as he attacks, I switch to the left-hand side. Unfortunately, this time it didn't work, but it is a strategy that I've used about 6 or 7 times, and it works almost every time, but occasionally it won't work. Watch out as you come around the corner for the zombie on the ground, and then just proceed past the next one. The licker will stop chasing you at this point, so you don't have to worry about him. You can take out that licker, but I found that it's quite difficult. Walk into the control room, take out the zombie in front of you in order to stun him, and then continue around. I think if you just sprint by that zombie, you're okay. I like to take the extra shot just in case, because I knew I would have enough ammo based on how the run was going. At this point, equip your flash grenade and then throw a flash grenade into the room. As soon as it goes off, just sprint through the room around the corner to the left in order to go up the ladder. There's going to be a dog and a bunch of enemies in here that I would just like to avoid completely, so that's why I do that. Once I go up the ladder and enter this garage, there are 2 enemies you're going to have to kill. Turn to your right, headshot this guy in the lab coat, and then behind him to the right, there's one more guy you need to headshot. If you miss one of your shots, you probably will get snatched. But as long as you kill those 2 enemies and do it quite quickly, you can exit the parking garage. There will be a licker directly in front of us, as well as a dog. I like to just run past this area, and I do use a quick grenade if I get caught. Sometimes you get caught, sometimes you don't. However, you do want to counter with some type of grenade, as you do need to exit this room, and there are 2 or 3 really powerful enemies. Once we do get out, we're going to go up the stairs. Around the corner is Mr. X. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the red and blue herb in order to get a little bit of defense, and I'm also going to switch to my frag grenades just so I have them. Now, around this corner, like I said, was Mr. X, and he will hit you. We're going to get hit on purpose because it doesn't do any damage. As soon as you get hit, what you want to do is just get up and sprint past him, and you should be good to go. Next, we're going to make our way through the office. There are 3 enemies you'll need to kill. 3 headshots with a shotgun will do. The first one is right in front of the door. Go through the door, stick on the right-hand side. There will be 1 enemy about halfway through. Headshot him, and then 1 enemy almost all the way through. Headshot him. Go through the door at the end, and then turn left and go up the stairs. There are enemies here in the hallway that you can get stuck on, but you should be able to get past them. Once in the main hall, ignore the first enemy, work your way across. There will be 1 enemy on the right-hand side near the statue. Make sure you get a headshot off on them, and then you can proceed through the door. There's 1 enemy at the bottom of the stairs to the right. Get a headshot on him, and then proceed through the door. As you come out the next door, hook to your right-hand side and go as fast as you can to the staircase. There is a licker. He will hit you about 50% of the time. If he does hit you, don't worry about it. As long as you're having a good run up to this point, it won't really make a difference. Feel free to heal if you need it, though. Once you're halfway up the stairs, pull out a flash grenade or a frag grenade and throw it up the stairs as deep as you can. This should stun all of the enemies as well as Mr. X. He does kind of flail his arms randomly, and he can hit you, but he shouldn't damage you if he's stunned. Also, feel free to use your shotgun on any enemies that weren't stunned. If you don't have any flashes at that point, you can use a frag and just try to clean them up really quick. Then in this next hallway, what you want to do is switch to your SMG. You want to light up both of the root enemies in order to stun them. I think you need to take out 2 of the blobs on their body in order to stun them. And once they're both stunned, you can run past and reload your SMG just in case you need it later. Now you want to switch to your Lightning Hawk pistol, which is the really powerful one. And there will be 2 enemies that come through this door. You want to make sure to headshot both of them in order to completely kill them. And then we can work our way through the library into the main hall. And what we want to do is work our way across the main hall to the opposite side. I did equip my frag grenades just in case I need them, and I will be using them on purpose in the next room. You will see a dog at this point. You can run right past it as long as you keep sprinting and stay close to the walls. You should be good. And then when you enter the next room, the zombies will break through the door. What you want to do is aim for the zombie in the blue, and you want to get snatched by him on purpose, which is what I did right here. And then I used my frag grenade and sprinted past them. When you sprint past them, there will be a licker in the next room. He will sometimes hit you, but if you can dodge, go right, left like that, you won't have to actually take any damage. At the top of these stairs, there's 1 enemy. You will need to headshot him or take out his knees, and then we can proceed to the balcony. Now, I didn't do the balcony perfectly, but what you want to do is as you exit, hang a wide left turn and then try to get around this enemy and then just climb straight down the ladder. Now, after you climb down the ladder, if you have 3 or more throwables and one of them is a flash grenade, feel free to use it to avoid all the enemies. There are 2 lickers and 2 zombies, but if you sprint straight for the door, you shouldn't get hit. If you make a small mistake, you can die at that point, though. Now, coming up are the 2 hardest sections in the entire run. Yes, it does get harder than it already has been. What you want to do is proceed down, hook down to the left, go down the fire escape and into the garden. You want to make sure you have a frag grenade equipped, and this part can be really tough. What you want to do is sprint straight through and go as quickly as possible, hugging the right-hand side wall to get around this enemy. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me, and I started to panic a little bit. I ended up using my frag grenade, which I probably shouldn't have, but I just kind of tried to work my way around and used my herb in order to get past all of these enemies. Ideally, if you hook around on the right-hand side turn, you'll only get snatched 1 single time. and that'll be by one of the last enemies. If you use your frag grenade on that last enemy, you should be able to easily make your way past everyone here. The last snatcher can also sometimes grab you. That's where the luck is involved a little bit. And then what we want to do is work our way forward, and basically my aim goes to complete garbage at this point. You want to work your way down the stairs quickly and efficiently, getting headshots. If you don't, then basically Mr. X ends up right behind you, as he did on my screen, and you end up with not enough shotgun shells to work your way through. I got pretty lucky, honestly. I probably should have died at this point, and that's solely based on my skill and aim and missing all my shots. But once you work your way across, down the stairs, then go up the stairs, hook around, exit the gate, and you are done the 4th survivor mode. Also, it should be mentioned that the reason I'm surviving a lot of these attacks is because I used the herb right before this section. And that's it. Hopefully it didn't take you too many tries. Hopefully you didn't get a major headache trying to go for it. I got kind of lucky and did it in about 3 or 4 tries. Thank you guys for watching. Special thanks to the amazing people on Patreon for supporting the show. Drop a like, share the video with a friend if you think they could use the help, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.